So then guys, the RS5 Replica is pretty much finished. It's what we're going to get it to. There is a few internal mods we're going to do. We've ordered some carbon trim. We're going to be obviously putting that inside. The exterior glass has still got quite a lot of overspray that we're going to be taking off and cleaning and putting a sealant on it. So whoever swaps his car with us, the car will have a sealant on there. We're not sure if we're going to do a full ceramic because it is a bit of a swap shop thing, but we'll definitely be putting a temporary coating on for you, and we'll do the glass. The wheels, we've took them off and cleaned them the best we can. They're pretty damn clean in all fairness. The car isn't flawless, you know that. This is a practice car for the newer staff in the business. So when we're doing new projects, this is being designed so they can actually learn how to wrap, learn how to window tint, learn how to detail, learn how to clean a car. It purely is a practice car for us, and that is why we're not selling it. We're not going to be selling it. If you offer me money, truth is I'm not going to take it. This has got to be a bit of a swap shop. If you're old like me, you'll remember something on TV from years ago called Swap Shop. The idea is basically we're going to get cars like this. We're going to do them up to a point. We're not going to make them perfect. This is not an inspired automotive build like we've done in the past. So I'm not going to fix everything perfect, and I'm not going to make it flawless because it's not that car. We've got those cars. You've seen the demo cars that we have. You've seen the level of work that our demo cars have. So don't kind of cross-reference these with that. You've seen the Aston Martin build. The wrap on that is flawless. The finish is insane. The whole car looks absolutely mental, but it's had money in it. It's an expensive demo car, and it is a proper demo car. This is literally a swap shop car. So like I was saying, what we're going to be doing, this is now pretty much for sale. There's a few little bits we've got to fix that I'm a bit picky about. The grille isn't in properly because someone snapped a bracket, so we're going to fix that. It needs a really good steam clean inside. There's a few little bits of wrap that I am going to fix because they're not as good as they need to be even to let it go. We've overspray on the glass, we've overspray on the headlights, things like that, and I want to fix those. But this car is literally to be swapped for something else. If you want this car, just contact us. Let us know what you've got. Let us know what's on offer. If yours is higher value or lower value, we're still looking into it because we may add some money to it. We may take some money back as a Part X. What we're looking at is basically to replace this with another car and probably something that needs work. Even if it doesn't need work, the guys are going to be learning to wrap on it again. So they're going to be wrapping the whole car in a different colour. We might fit a bit of body kit. They're going to learn to window tint. We'll probably use it to buff certain panels when we do our training academy. So we'll have people who aren't part of our business come in and literally learn how to buff on the car. And then what we'll do is we'll put it for swaps again and we'll get something else. So we're constantly working on a new car for people within our business and also the guys who pay to use our training academy to learn how to get better in this sort of detailing aspect of things. So that is what we're looking for. We're not looking for a cash sale. We're looking for a swap. That's the whole point. The other idea is what we'd like to see is where we can get to in say 6 months time and what car we may have, and we may have a 20 grand car by then because we're obviously fixing faults, improving a car. It's making it higher value even though it's not flawless, but we're making it better than it was. And that's where we might actually look at, and that'll be a good idea for us. We'd like to see where we can actually get to with the improvements we do, because some cars are going to be better than others. Like this one, the truth is when you come and look at it, the bonnet is crap. It looks fine from a distance, but it's not. Whoever had painted this car, as you probably saw in the previous videos, the paint finish was absolutely shocking. And what's happened is when we've put the wrap on, it's taken the paint off in a lot of areas on the bonnet and bits of areas on the roof. On the spoiler. The bonnet we haven't sanded back and got to a perfect sort of finish to be able to wrap, and that's because we haven't got the time for that. This has been a training car and I'm not going to spend 6 hours sanding a bonnet down, repainting it just to be able to wrap it. So when you look closely, there looks to be like imperfections in the wrap, and it's actually imperfections in the bonnet. So you know, whatever takes this car, reality is you should be getting the bonnet kind of sanded down and primed at least, and then getting the bonnet re-wrapped. And if you did want us to re-wrap the bonnet, we will do it at a discount price for you. We're not bothered about making profit, but you know, pay for the film and a little bit of labour and we will actually do that for you, and we're not going to charge you normal rates. If you wanted to get him in, you get that part sorted, we'll sort the bonnet for you because it does need it. But as I say, the wrap isn't perfect in some areas. It's been blacked out, so it's had all the dechroming. There's a few little snags and niggles, you know, on here. If you were looking, you'd actually go, well, that's not really to a wrapper's standard. Inside the grooves, basically, I'll try and get some video in a minute. And the truth is, it's not. Some of those areas are not perfect. Now, I could get it back in the unit and I could fix those in a couple of hours. But I'm not going to, because this isn't a car, as I said, we've done to sell on. This is a car that Matt has learned to wrap on, and he's found his faults, and he's found where the problems are, and he's found the difficult parts, and it's all about literally getting to a level where he can wrap a car confidently to the level of the work that Inspired Automotive is. So when you do come and look at it, expect a few defects in it, guys. It wasn't mint by far when we got it. It's in way better condition now than it ever was. I'm going to get you some footage now of the car. Let us know what you want to swap it for. Let us know what's available. Give us a shout, give us a comment, have a look on the channels, and we'll upload a few fancy videos and some photos in the meantime. And you'll probably see it on the road, because I'm actually going to use it until it's swapped. So here's a montage.
Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions. Clearly not your forte. Clearly don't be fucking. You've been fucking liars. Thought that I should let you know. And you was talking freaky, like you was gonna show. I started losing interest. I started to zone out. You was fucking liars.
So that's the car, guys. I'm going to give you a rundown on the bits it needs fixing, because it's only fair to tell you there still is some issues with it. So the front grille is going to have a little pin put into it because the grille is slightly broken on the bottom. The headlights and bonnet and everything are pretty much lined up the best they're going to get now. We had to do quite a lot on there. The wheels, the 20-inch RS wheels, I'm pretty sure they're genuine. I could be wrong, but they're stamped up as a genuine wheel from what we can see. But everyone has got a bit of curb rash on it, which we've touched in, so they do need redoing. The window tints are pretty crap. They'd already actually been tinted at these windows, but like a 75 film. So we've gone over the tint. Instead of taking it off and steaming it and spending hours cleaning it, I was just showing people how you can tint over tint and obviously darken it. But the thing is, the tint underneath wasn't great. So they're not perfect out the window. So they really probably could do with tinting again if you're really picky about it. I would do it. Most people may not even tell the difference. One of the rear lights has got a crack in it. So you could do to order another light off eBay. It's actually cracked just a little bit down there. A couple of little dents in it, maybe 3 on one side here, 1 on the bonnet itself that I'd get out, but like I said, I'd probably redo the bonnet anyway. And I think that's about it really in regards to that. There is an airbag light on, and that's because someone's fitted an RS steering wheel and they haven't set the right squib inside, which is like the bezel that goes around it. So the steering wheel is the wrong one, and because of that the airbag light is on. It's also brought the traction light on, and from what we can tell it's all related to do with that. But the car actually drives perfectly fine. We are going to service it before it goes, so don't worry about that. We found an oil leak on it, that's actually been fixed. It didn't have any arch liners, it didn't have an under tray, it didn't have a gearbox under tray. It's now got all those. The interior, pretty crap because it's chrome. So again, we've done a lot of carbon bits on things along those lines, and it's had a 3.5 hour interior clean because it stank and it just were really dirty inside. So that's been done as well. None of the door cards fitted, as you probably saw in the previous video, so the door cards are now actually fitted correctly. And I think that's about it. So it's got a few faults, it's got a few niggles, it's pretty much got 12 months MOT on it at the minute. Don't know how he did that because of the steering wheel. He obviously knew someone, but the reality is that shouldn't have passed on that basis. But we've had it mechanically checked out, everything is actually fine on the car. It was literally just to do with the steering wheel. So if you swap the steering wheel for a standard one, it would work, or just buy the correct squib for it and just fit that in there, about 50 quid. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much about it really. And again, so give us a shout, give us a contact, let us know what you want to swap this car for. I know it's not perfect, I know it's not the best car in the world, I know this isn't a car to our normal standards, we understand that, but what we've done is to say it's a bit of a challenge to get an absolute dog presentable and actually a decent car. With a little bit of time and work, this could be an amazing car. It really could. I mean, it looks the part, it drives really well. It's actually a nice car, you know, it can do a lot. So again, give us a shout, guys, see what we've got to offer us some swaps, send us a proper email or a proper contact with car details, mileage, things along those lines. This has done 80,000 miles, by the way. It's got one key, which I have wrapped, I don't know where I've put it, somewhat a note, guys, but I've just wrapped the key just to make it look a bit cleaner. But again, so give us a shout, let us know what's gone on offer, and again, thanks for following us, guys. Cheers.